Hey guys, it's Aaliyah from Team Croy over at DocSports.com. I'll have Croy's 3 college football leans in just a moment, but first, make sure you click that link below to get your free $60 account for the top premium sports picks. Now, Vernon Croy's 3 college football leans in the SEC for this Saturday, October 17th, 2020, are on the Auburn Tigers versus the South Carolina Gamecocks, the Kentucky Wildcats versus the Tennessee Volunteers, and the Ole Miss Rebels versus the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now, Croy's first college football lean is on the South Carolina Gamecocks +3 over the Auburn Tigers. In their last outing, the Auburn Tigers went up against the Arkansas Razorbacks and ended up getting the win by a score of 30-28. Bo Nix went 17-28 with 187 yards through the air and added 1 touchdown. Meanwhile, the South Carolina Gamecocks last went up against the Vanderbilt Commodores and also went home with the win by a score of 41-7. Kevin Harris led the team on the ground for that game, and he broke a long run for 88 yards and added 2 touchdowns. In terms of putting points on the board, the Gamecocks averaged 30.7 points per game, while the Tigers are averaging 21.7. The Gamecocks have allowed 234 yards through the air per game, while the Tigers allow 265.7 yards. On the ground, the Gamecocks have allowed a total of 289 yards this season, while the Tigers have allowed 466 total yards this season. So Croy says be sure to play the South Carolina Gamecocks +3 over the Auburn Tigers here Saturday. And remember, if you haven't already done so, click that link below to get $60 worth of Croy's top-rated premium sports picks 100% free from DocSports.com. Now, Vernon Croy's second pick in the SEC is on the Kentucky Wildcats +6 over the Tennessee Volunteers. The Volunteers last took on the Georgia Bulldogs and earned their first loss of the season by a score of 44-21. Meanwhile, the Kentucky Wildcats last faced the Mississippi State Bulldogs and took home their first win of the season by a dominating score of 24-2. Terry Wilson went 8-20 with 73 yards by way of the pass and threw 1 touchdown. He ended the game with no interceptions and rushed for 50 yards via 13 carries, averaging 3.8 yards per carry. Josh Ali was the leader in receiving yardage by racking up 22 yards on 2 receptions. He notched an average of 11 yards per reception for that game. The Wildcats have racked up 1,100 total yards this season, and as a unit, they're holding an average of 212.3 yards in the run game, which is 19th in college football. Croy says be sure to play the Kentucky Wildcats +6 over the Tennessee Volunteers here Saturday. And once again, guys, if you haven't already done so, be sure to click that link below to get $60 worth of Croy's top-rated premium sports picks 100% free from DocSports.com. And lastly, Vernon Croy's final pick in the SEC is on the Arkansas Razorbacks +3 over the Ole Miss Rebels. The Ole Miss Rebels last took on the Alabama Crimson Tide and added a loss to their record by a score of 63-48. The Razorbacks last played the Auburn Tigers and also took the loss by a score of 30-28. Now, while the Razorbacks offense hasn't been too great, ranking 69th in D1 by scoring 19.7 points per game, they might be able to use the Ole Miss Rebels' terrible defense to their advantage. The Rebels currently sit last in the SEC in total defense, scoring defense, and run defense. They currently allow 51.7 points per game. So Croy says be sure to play the Arkansas Razorbacks +3 over the Ole Miss Rebels here Saturday. And before you go, one last time, remember that you can get $60 worth of Vernon Croy's premium member-only picks 100% free over at DocSports.com, or just click the link below the video. Now please post in the comment section below if you agree with Vernon Croy's prediction or not, and also give this video a thumbs up and we will keep the sports picks coming. Thanks, and we appreciate your time.